afternoon everyone, my name is darozah Assaid. Today I tell you about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. By the way, I school in SDN number 4 Kalipupuk. Today I tell you about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Once upon a time there was a beautiful princess with skin as white as snow and blue eyes. Because of her very fair skin, she was called Snow White. When she was a baby, she lost her mother and her father eventually remarried a beautiful yet cruel queen. Her stepmother was the most beautiful woman in the kingdom and had a magic mirror. Every day the queen will ask this mirror, magic mirror on the wall, who is the prettiest woman in this entire kingdom? The mirror will reply, ha 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 ha, of course you are the most beautiful woman. One day the queen asked the mirror the same question, but this time she was surprised when it said, Snow White is the most beautiful woman in the kingdom. The evil queen became jealous and furious upon hearing that Snow White was more beautiful than she was. She ordered a royal guard to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. I want you to kill her and then bring me her heart, she commanded. However, when the guard found Snow White, they felt sympathy for her and called not bear to kill her. Instead, they killed a deer and broke its heart to the queen, with doubt revealing it was not Snow White. Meanwhile, Snow White sat alone, wandering through the forest until nightfall. In the evening, she came across a small house in the woods. She went inside, but found no one there. Only 7 plates on the table and 7 small beds. She decided to cook a meal and clean the house. Exhausted, she lay down and slept in one of the beds. Later that night, the 7 dwarfs who lived there were surprised to find her in their home. When Snow White awoke, she told them the story of her evil stepmother. The dwarfs felt very sorry for her and invited her to stay with them. Each morning she would prepare food for the dwarf, and they instructed her not to open the door for strangers. Back at the palace, the queen was furious when she again asked the mirror who the most beautiful woman was. To her shock, the mirror still claimed that Snow White was the most beautiful. Enraged, the queen, who was actually a witch, she made a poisonous potion and dipped an apple in it. She disguised herself as an old woman and went to Snow White's house, knocking on the door. Although Snow White was hesitant to let her in, she saw the woman holding a beautiful apple. Let me in, I bring sweet apples for you. Please open the door, said the queen. Snow White opened the door and took a bite of the apple. As soon as she did, she fell into a deep sleep. And the queen returned to the palace and asked the mirror one more. The mirror replied, you are the most beautiful woman in this kingdom now. When the 7 dwarfs found Snow White lying lifeless at home, they were heartbroken and cried all night. They placed her in a glass coffin. One day, a handsome prince happened to see her and were captivated by her beauty. He promised to find a cure, but he was unable to. In sorrow, he kissed Snow White, and to his surprise, she opened the eyes and woke up. The prince and the dwarf were overjoyed, and the prince and Snow White was married, and they happily ever after. Thank you for my watching.